Okay, so today I'm gonna just set up a simple level and put in the NavMesh. So you're gonna add a 3D object cube, center it in your scene, then press R to get the scaling. And then you want to size it up. You can either size it up like this, or you could enter numbers over here. Put in 75. And make it a bit thinner. 0.5. So now you have a nice big area, but it'll be pretty boring to just have an empty area. So you can add in some other 3D objects. You could put some cylinders in, make it bigger, put cube, press W to change to the moving setting, scale that up, you can make it huge. Make this one really tall. And you can press Control D to duplicate and just make more of the same object if you want. And when you create a new scene, you should automatically have a camera and a directional light. I deleted the camera, but I've got my light here. You can move that up a bit. You can change the color. Probably want a warmish, sort of sunny kind of color. Then you might want to add materials to these objects. And so if you have any already, you could just go ahead, open the mesh renderer, and in materials, change what's already on there. So you could put whatever you want, really. Just like make it green. For the floor, I'll probably make it green. Just like it's grassy or something. And then for these other objects, might make them various colors like gray or red or whatever you want. It's not a big deal. Just makes it easier for you to see and not so bright. Alright, that's fine. Everything's quite easy to see. You can move around. And then for simple NavMesh, you go over by inspector up here, press navigation, Then you'll want to go over to bake, and then all of these objects in the scene that do not move because they're part of the map, you want to click at the bottom, then hold shift and click at the top to select all of them. And in the inspector, just click static over here, which means they are not going to move. Then in navigation, maybe make the step height a bit higher. Maybe 0.6. And then for max slope, make that a bit more shallow because there are no real slants in the level, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, and then just down here and press bake. So you'll go very fast because it's such a simple level. And then all of this blue area in the mesh it created, the enemies could walk on. But because these are so high, the enemy won't be able to get up there anyway. So it doesn't matter for that. And this is how you create a very simple level. And one thing, you won't really see the sky in this style of game, or at least for how I'm setting up my camera. But if you want to set yours up differently, this is how you put in a different skybox. You go to window, go down to lighting, and then in the scene environment lighting, you just click that and you can pick a different skybox from whichever ones you have, and you can get more from the asset store for free, or just go online and even download some. I'll just change it to this overcast one. Then you can see it changes the sky. You might also want to set up sun to be the directional light that's in your scene, because it'll help the lighting work better. And for ambient light, instead of using the skybox, I like using color. And then you just pick a sort of dark bluish color, not too saturated though. You could turn up the intensity a little bit. And if you have Unity Pro like I do, that'll make the shadows behind your player and everything that can have shadows look quite nice and not too dark or light or whatever. Okay,